In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up GrooveMember to deliver a course or digital products to your users. I'll also go over how to give people access to that GrooveMember site when they actually make a purchase. So stick around and I'll cover all the details. My name is Rob Verzera and welcome to the ETA. Hi, and welcome to the Enhanced Training Academy. My name is Rob Verzera, and it's my mission to simplify Groove for you. If you're looking for any more trainings or walkthroughs using GrooveFunnels, make sure you click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. All right, let's get started. What we're going to do today is we're actually going to set up GrooveMember. And what we're actually going to do here is, so what we have is we're actually getting ready to deliver we're actually getting ready to launch something called the Groove Print, right? It consists of a PDF, a video, and an audio. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to create a membership site where once somebody purchases those things, we're going to go ahead and send them to the membership site where they can actually view the video, download the PDF, and download the audio. And based upon what it is they purchased, they'll go ahead and get different access levels for those things. So let me show you real quick kind of what GrooveMember looks like. I'm going to go over really quick what we're going to do, and then we're going to go ahead and bang this all out here. So real quick, let me share my screen here real quick. And this is just a quick overview of what GrooveMember looks like. Okay, so what I did is we created a quick little, just a quick little membership site here for our Groove Print. And this is what we're going to end up with when we're all done here. So first we have the Groove Print, we have our main page here. This is just some information right here. Obviously there's not much in here, very basic setup. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and give them ability to download the ebook, right? So what we did is we gave them a section right here, and you can click on that and download the ebook. We then gave them a spot where they can actually go to watch the video. Okay, so I can go ahead here, I can watch the video. For GroovePrint, I can also give them the ability to download the video. All right, they can click on this and they can download the video, and then I also give them the ability to download the MP3. Right, so they can click on this, they can download the MP3. So very, very simple, just really just two sections in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and set everything up, and what I'm gonna do is go over everything that you kind of need to get this working, and then we'll go ahead and set everything up. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go through what exactly we're gonna do here. So we're gonna end up creating a membership site to deliver a PDF, a video, and an MP3 based upon what it is that you purchased, right? The PDF will be the main purchase. The video and the MP3 will be the actual order bump. So a couple things that we're gonna need to actually set up for this. We're gonna need a spreadsheet to track everything. And you guys know I love my spreadsheets. I love to track them through there. So that's actually what we're gonna use to do all that stuff. We're gonna need a sales page in Groove Pages. We're gonna need a couple thank you pages. So once they actually purchase it, they're either going to purchase just the PDF, right, just the ebook. So we'll need a thank you page for that, or they're going to take the ebook and an order bump. So we'll need a thank you page for that. Then we're going to actually go ahead and create our product sales funnel within GrooveSell. We're going to go ahead and we can handle email delivery. We're not even going to touch that. That's just optional for right now. And then we're going to actually create our membership site. And in GrooveMember, we're going to have two access levels, one for the PDF and one for the PDF and audio video stuff. So that's actually what we're going to do, and that's what we're going to need to actually set up for this. Okay. Now, a couple things inside GrooveMember that aren't working right now. Right now, you can't validate a user. What that means is that once we actually create our membership site, the way we get people to that membership site is we send them a registration link. They then go ahead and put their email address in, and and then they go ahead and put the username, they go ahead and put a password in there, then they get access to the membership area. Now the challenge right now is that that email address could be anybody. It's not tied to any product. So that I know is an update that is supposedly coming. So that will actually, once that's in there, that will actually be a lot better. There's no integrations right now with GrooveMail and GrooveMember from GrooveSell, meaning that throughout that process in GrooveSell, when I go ahead and create my product, right, there's no way right now to tie that into GrooveMail. I have to tie it to an external email system. For example, right now I use ActiveCampaign. So I know that there's an update for that coming as well, so that should be here soon. And then also right within GrooveSell, I know is also coming. I'll be able to put them right to a membership area right from within GrooveCell. So once those updates come, then everything can actually be done right within Groove. For right now, you still got to kind of just do a couple different workarounds to kind of get things working the way you kind of want them. But it is totally doable. And then there's a couple little small things inside GrooveMember that are a little bit different. You don't have all the controls that you do in a regular builder, and then you have some sizing issues and stuff like that. And I'll kind of go over some of those things. There we go. All right, let's start this over. All right, so we'll come back into GrooveCell. And we will go into our funnel. Sorry about that. Come on. All right. So we go into our funnel right here. We go into product funnels. And we have our GroovePrint product funnel already defined here. So the first thing we would actually do when we do this, and I did this actually I think I just put a video on YouTube actually that goes over exactly how to do all this stuff. So anyway, so we'll go ahead and create our auto bump first, which is the GroovePrint video. Okay, and we just walk through these right here. These are all pretty much standard stuff. Let's just make sure you have your gateway set up. Your content, this is where we have our sales URL, and then the thank you page. That's where we put our thank you page. When we go ahead and do our checkout, this is just some information here. So I'm going to go ahead and put our image in here. The form fields, I'm going to leave these kind of as is. And everything else in here, I'm going to leave as is. This is not an upsell or anything, so I'm going to leave it as the full checkout experience. All right. Under order bump, we're not going to go ahead and activate it because this is the actual order bump. We're going to activate it on the main product, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then in the funnel, this is where we actually direct them to where we're going to go after they make a purchase. And in this case, again, it's a thank you page. The other one is for the customer receipt. Again, we want to send them to the thank you page. So you can send them to different spots if you want. You have the ability here to actually send them to an upsell page as well. We're not going to do that. We're just worried about the main product and the order bump. And then under fulfillment here, these are the things that kind of, the integrated membership, this is where you would assign them to an actual membership site. This isn't available yet. I know this is coming soon. So the only way to actually get them to that membership site is either A, through this thank you page, right? Or under fulfillment, you can do integrations, right? And I can go ahead and I can do an active campaign integration. And I actually have a list right here, which I'm going to send them to. It's a GroovePrint PDF and video. So what I'll do is once they get added to this list, I go ahead and send them an email, with basically a link to the membership site, right? So I'll go ahead and add that integration. I'll go ahead and do save and next. And then you can go ahead and define your affiliate information. I have no affiliate stuff here, so I'm not worried about it. You can define your proof widget. I'm not worried about doing a proof widget right here. And now we're finished. And then here's my tracking link, right? So we can go ahead and take that. And we're going to go back into our page right here, and this will be a tracking links. All right, so that's the tracking link for there. We would then come back into GrooveCell here. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. Whoops, back to my funnel. Come on. Internet is slow today. Okay, so back to my GroovePrint here. Okay, so that was the video, and now we'll come in here to the main product, which is called the GroovePrint, which is the ebook. Okay, so this is basically my front-end product. My pricing, I have it set to $7, just a one-time, excuse me, just a one-time payment. My gateways, again, I have PayPal and Stripe set up. My content. Here's my sales page. Here's my thank you page. When I check out, I actually have a little image I uploaded here, and we're going to go with the blue sidebar. And actually, let me get back to this page here on the checkout. The form fields, I'm just going to go ahead and leave these. I'm going to take out the phone and company because I really don't need them. Express checkout, I want to use the full checkout experience again because it's not an upsell page. I can go ahead and put my cart abandonment and everything else in here if I need to as well. I'm going to go ahead and leave them alone. Now the order bump, now this is where we actually want to add our order bump, and this is why we wanted to create it first. Okay, so in GroovePrint now, so now we're actually going to activate our order bump. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my information in here. So the heading, just you will want to grab the GroovePrint training, and then the description here, just the description that goes right in here. Okay, the product, the price points. This is why we had to actually define that stuff before, because it's going to need to know the product information. So we're going to go ahead and grab our GroovePrint video. That's a GroovePrint price point. And there's a couple different styles you can choose from. You could choose from the pink, you could choose from the green, or you can choose from kind of this grayish color with a slider bar right there. I kind of like the pink, it stands out. I'm going to display the thumbnail because I want the picture in there and I want the bouncing arrow. This little dude right here. So, all right. So we will go ahead and move over to the next one right here. Again, this is where our thank you page is. This is where the post-transaction URL, this is essentially what happens when they actually purchase it, right? So if they just purchase just this main product and not the order bump, this is the thank you page they're going to go to. So I know if they come to this thank you page, all they've done was purchase the PDF, all right? If that makes sense. Okay, and then in fulfillment, again, this is where you would put your membership site. And here, I'm just going to go ahead and add the integration to ActiveCampaign. And I'm going to go ahead and put them to my PDF only list. Okay, and then affiliates, you can add your proof widget in here, which I actually already have. And then we can go ahead and finish it. So we're going to go ahead and copy the tracking link for that one. This is for our main, let's see, main sales page. This is going to go in here. Okay, and this one is actually, all three of these tracking links are going to be going in there. So we're going to go ahead and add all those in there as well. So, okay, so those are the tracking links that we have, right? And so we're going to go back into GrooveMember. We're going to go back into GroovePrint. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to go into the GroovePrint page right here. We're going to go edit settings. I'm going to grab these tracking links right here. And we are going to go ahead and add them, paste into the body section of the product sales page. So we're going to come down here to body right here. And we're going to go ahead and paste the first one in. We're going to go ahead and paste the second one in. And we're going to go ahead and paste the third one in. All right, and we're going to go ahead and keep that, saving it, and publish. All right, so what we've done so far now is we have our, exit out of here. Okay, so what we have now is we have our Groove pages set up for our main page, our thank you page, and our thank you page for the video. We have our Groove Sell set up for our main product and our order bump. Okay, now what we want to do is we actually have to set up the GrooveMember site. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come into memberships, and we're going to say new membership, and we're going to say this is the new GrooveMember. I'm going to say GroovePrint membership, members area. Okay, and for the GroovePrint domain, this has to be a unique domain, so I've had it error out a couple times if it's not. So we're going to say new GroovePrint members area. Member. I'm just going to keep it that. I'm going to say create membership. It can't be more than 20 characters. Awesome. We're just going to call it new GroovePrint. Okay, so now we're actually into the membership area, right? And this is where we kind of define everything that we want within our membership. You can see along the top there is your basically the sequence that we're going to do everything in. We're going to give it some basic information. We're going to talk a little bit about the design. Then we're going to actually get into the builder. So we're just going to name this the new GroovePrint members area. Here's a description. The sales page is going to be the GroovePrint. I'm not sure why it needs that in there yet, but okay. So now you can actually define an instructor. I don't have any defined right now. I'm not worried about that. we're going to go into customize. We're going to give this a little bit of just a couple little images right here. So the logo image, I'm actually just going to use this one for right now. And then the featured image, we are going to use, I think this is the one I had. Okay, and then the featured image goes right here. I'm not sure where the logo, I think the logo image is actually up here. That's exactly what it is. So I'm not sure of the size of what that's going to be. So I have a square one up there, so we'll see how this kind of looks. Whoops, where are we in the membership area right here? So, okay. All right, so we're going to go save and next. So, okay, so now we're going to actually jump into the builder part of it. And this is kind of where you actually create your actual site. Now, a couple things in here, you can see right away on the elements, you're not given a whole bunch of elements in here, right? One of the things that I am kind of disappointed with right now is that I can't put a Groove video in here. I can only use either a YouTube video or Vimeo video. So I'm hoping that's coming pretty soon. There's a couple of little weird things that happen in here. I don't have any control over sizing or anything. So if I put an image in here, right, it's going to take up pretty much the whole. It's going to scale to the whole size, and I'll show you what I mean. If I have this image right here, it's 300 by 377. If I go select this and update it, it automatically scales it to the full size. Right? I have no controls over here to kind of do anything with it and make it smaller. I can't even drag and drop or anything with it. So for that reason, I don't really like to use images in here. It's kind of a bummer, but that's kind of the way that's kind of set up. So. But anyway, that's just a small little drawback for that. So the way that this is actually organized here is by categories. So if you come up here to the categories, you're going to have this home section right here. And what I've found is that I can't put anything underneath that home section. What I can do is actually rename this. So I'm just going to rename this. I'm going to call this the Groove Print. Right, start here. Okay, and then I could just put a little bit of information in here. So I can just put in here, welcome to the Groove Print. This is the members area. All right, obviously you can put anything else in there. A good thing to do would probably put a little, just a little introduction YouTube video in there. You could take that, drop it right in there, and then you can go ahead and do whatever video that you want in there. Again, this is the one kind of challenging is that you can't put any pictures, so that is kind of a bummer. We can put a button and we can obviously put text and headings and stuff like that. The other thing I did find is that the round image actually does work, which is kind of weird. It doesn't work, it scales to this size, and I'll show you what I mean. If I come in here and grab an image, I'll grab this one right here because I know this fits. Right, it actually will scale it to the right size. So it's a little weird. I'm not really sure why, but again, that image kind of does work, but you're limited to a round image right there. So a little weird, but again, not really worried about it. I'm just going to go ahead and work with what I have here. So, okay, so we have our main membership page when they come in, right? They're going to end up on here. So now we're actually going to go ahead and add a category. So the first category I want to add is just the PDF version, right? So if you saw like what we did on here, right? We have like the Groove Print ebook, and then download the ebook, and then the Groove Print video, and then download the videos. So I'm going to actually do the same thing in here. So I'm just going to call this the Groove Print ebook. Okay, and you can see I don't really have much control to do anything on here. These are really just headings. So what I need to do now is underneath my heading, I'm going to go ahead and add, it automatically adds a subcategory for you. So I'm going to go ahead and just rename this. And we're going to do exactly what we did on here. And it's just going to be download the ebook. Whoops. So we're just going to say download the ebook. All right, and now we're actually going to add another one right here. And we're going to call this one the Groove Print video. Right, and in that video, I want to go ahead and I want to allow them to watch the video, watch the training. Right, I also want to give them the ability to download the video. Right, and this is actually just going to be just straight up text. And the other thing I want to do is I want to allow them to download the MP3 file. Right. Okay. So you can kind of see how we have things broken out here, right? You have the main Groove page, which is right here. We have our ebook section and we have our video section. So what we actually want to do is actually build these out really quick. So in the download, for the download the ebook part, all right, all we want to do is we want to just give them the ability to download something. So we're going to put a straight up little header in here. In the header, we're just going to say, click the button below to download the ebook. Okay, now normally what I would do is I would put a picture or something under here, but obviously, like I said, I can't really do that right now. So we're just going to go ahead and put a button. We're going to go ahead and configure the button. And we're just going to say download GroovePrint ebook. Okay, and then on the link, this is where the cool spreadsheet comes into play. So here are our assets right here, okay? I have the PDF, which I have right in my Google Drive here. And I can just show you what that looks like real quick. Okay, so here's my PDF. If you guys were on some of the training last week, this may look a little bit familiar. But what I like to do is I don't like to give people direct access to my drive. I like to use this link generator. And what I can do is, if you see, right, if I push in that link, I can view this right here. If I put into this link generator and click generate, what this actually does, this makes a link for me. Whereas if I put it in or I give it to somebody and they click on it, right, it automatically downloads just like this, which to me is really cool. I'd much rather do that than give somebody access right to my drive. Not that it's a big deal, but if you're like me, if you get access to a drive, you're going to poke around and you're going to see what you can find. So I'd rather just give people a direct download link and let them download. So that being said, I have in here in my assets, I have my link to my Google link, and then here's a direct download link for all of my products, right? For these three things. The video, I already pushed up to Vimeo, so I have a Vimeo link in there. I also have my Google Drive link and a download link. And then for the audio, I have a download link and my Google Drive link as well. So, all right, let's look real quick if we have any questions. Hey, Richie, hey, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I appreciate it. Marina and Sasha, you guys are on too. Awesome. I appreciate you guys watching today. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them there in the comments. And let's keep moving on here because I know we're getting a little pressed on time. So anyway, so here are all the links that we have for the assets. Again, I like to keep everything in a spreadsheet. It just makes life way, way easier. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab that link right here. We're going to go ahead and put on the button, and the URL is going to be this right here. Okay. And then under the design, I do have the ability to change a couple things. Not a whole bunch. I can change the color of the buttons. I could add some borders on there. I can make the button curved. I could do a shadow. I can't really change the size or anything. That's really kind of the bummer. And the other thing is too, there's no like save button, right? Like a progressive save. There's a save and exit. So if you save and exit, what ends up happening is that it saves this, right? And it goes to the next step. And you kind of have to go back and go back to the builder. And I'm not sure why it keeps prompting you for this as well, but what did you use for the link? This is the link generator. This is an awesome resource. If you guys don't have that resource, go ahead and bookmark that. It is a great, great little thing to have. Okay. So where were we here? We were back on GrooveMember. Okay. So basically we had save and exit to save everything, went back into our thing, and now we're going to come back in here and do some more edits in here. So again, the way you edit is not by clicking things here, right? This doesn't do anything on the left side. We have to come into categories and click the category, or actually the subcategory that we're going to be editing. If I click on, for example, the GroovePrint ebook, right, nothing's going to happen here because nothing to edit there. I have to click on this one, the actual download part, okay? So now for the training, right, we're actually going to watch the training in this one. So we're going to go ahead and add a heading in here that just says, hey, check out the awesome training. video below. And I think I actually had some other, what else I have on here? Oh, it's gonna ask me to log in. All right, I don't wanna log in there. We're gonna come back to GrooveMember. So anyway, it's gonna say, check out the awesome training below. And for elements, I'm gonna go ahead and add a Vimeo link right here. And again, in my spreadsheet, right, here's my Vimeo link. I'm gonna grab this ID because I know that's what we're gonna need. So we're gonna click on the link, click on configure, and we're gonna go ahead and put in our video link. Okay, so there's our link right here. And that was for the training. Now for the video, right, we'll come in over here. And there's definitely some type of issue where you have to click things usually twice. Again, I'm not really sure why. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them the ability to download the video. And again, it preloaded some of the stuff in here, and I'm not sure why it kind of does that. But anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and add a heading in here. And so this, okay, here we go. The button below to download the video file, P4 format. All right, come over here to elements. See what I mean by you have to click twice. And here we're just gonna say download the video training file. Link to the URL, and again in here I'm going to go ahead and grab my download link, which is that right here. Paste that in there, click on update. Again, also there's no way to preview anything in here, so it's kind of a bummer. I'm hoping that'll actually be coming pretty soon. I like rounded buttons, so I'm just going to make those rounded. And then we're going to come in here and do for the MP3 part. All right, we're going to do the exact same thing. Again, it comes preloaded in here, and when it does that, for some reason, it seems to mess some stuff up. I'm not really sure why. It's like everything is just kind of off a little bit. So anyway, come back in here. We'll go ahead and add a new heading. Click below to download the MP3 file. Take Groove print on the road. All right, we'll go ahead and add a button in here. And we know the download link for the audio is right here. All right, whoops. Should be on the right button here. Yep. MP3, download the audio. Looks like it carries through some of the info here. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and make that round again. Okay, so essentially what our membership area looks like here is now we have our start here, where when we come in, that's the first thing that we'll see. We have our ebook where they can download it. They can then come into the second section, watch the training, watch the video, and watch the MP3, or watch the training, download the video, download the MP3. Okay. So that all makes sense. We're good. That kind of defines what our membership area actually looks like at this point. All right, and the cool thing is now we're almost done, right? So now what we have to do is now we have to give access to only certain things in there. For example, if they just purchased just the PDF, we only want to give them access to just the PDF. If they purchased the PDF and the video, we want to give them access to basically the whole thing. Okay, and we do that on their access levels. So once we have our training site or our membership site done, we're going to go ahead and click on save and exit. And I would actually advise to click save and go back and save and go back as you kind of go through everything. So there's actually comments available for each of these sections. As you start going through this in the membership section, you can add some comments. I haven't seen how to do that yet, but you can do it. So this is essentially where you allow comments to be added. So I can go ahead into each of these sections and I can go ahead and allow comments to be on here. It allows people to go in there and actually make comments. We'll go ahead and turn these on just because I'm kind of curious on what they do. I haven't got a chance to use them yet. And then moderation. or you can essentially auto approve all the comments, or comments must be approved by an admin. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave, actually, you know what, we'll leave this comments because people are weird. Actually, I'll just let all comments go for right now. Okay, we're gonna go save and next. Now this is where we actually define our access levels. So it comes standard, right? When you initially do it, it comes with instant access, and this is essentially what your access level is, right? So right now, access 1 only gets the start here section. So if they log in, because I didn't turn any of these things on, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute, they're only going to see this. So I'm going to set up 2 access levels. I'm going to set up one for just the PDF or just the ebook, and then one for the whole thing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is edit this thing right here. So it actually took that time, ebook only. Whoops. So you can see it says ebook only. So ebook only, I want to go ahead and just allow them just access to just the ebook. You can see these 3 are off right here, so they're not going to get access here. So what I'm going to do is hit this plus button right here, and it's going to say we're going to go ahead and add an access level. So this is going to be the ebook and video training. Oh, can't be more than, all right, so we're just going to call this ebook and video. That's a challenge. Okay, cool. So that one, went ahead and created it. And what I want to do with that one is I want to give this access to everything right here. All right, so they're going to get access to the ebook, as well as the training, all the training, the download video, and the download MP3. All right, so that makes sense so far. So we have 2 levels here. We have level 1 with just the ebook, and we have level 2 with the ebook and video. All right, sounds good? We all good here? And now the other option is you can figure out, or you have different options of how you actually want to deliver the content. All right, so you can have instant access, which basically means as soon as they log in, they get instant access to everything. And if you click on this, you can see you have a couple other options here. You can have a drip feed, which you can access the post after a specific number of days. Right, so essentially I can go ahead and unlock each one of these. I could essentially unlock each one of these things after a certain amount of days. So for example, if this was a membership site and say it was a 5-day boot camp, right? I can actually only allow this first day to show on day 1 and have the rest of them locked on the next days. And then the next day we go ahead and unlock one, and next day we go ahead and unlock one, next day we go ahead and unlock one. So you would essentially change the instant access here to drip feed, and then how many days after they first log in. So this one would be 2, next one would be 3, next one would be 4. You can also do it where you have a specific date, right? So say you're having a big launch and you basically get everybody into your membership area and you have all the modules and stuff there, but you don't want anybody to actually access them until you're ready to go live. So what would happen is that you can go ahead and give them access. They can log into the membership site. They'll see everything. They just won't be able to access it until you put in a specific date, or until this specific date reaches. So if that kind of makes sense. In our case, we're just going to do instant access for everything. It's just going to be easier, and that's really all I'm worried about right now. So you can see right here, the main section, that main start here section, everybody has access to that no matter what. So we're going to go ahead and always give them access, just so it gives them information about what it is that we do, what that membership site is about, right? So we're going to go click on Save and Next. And what you're going to see here, I'm going to go Save and Next one more time. So you can see we have 2 different links right here. Okay, one link is for the ebook only, one link is for the ebook and the video. And if you guys stay with me to the end, I'm going to go ahead and drop these links in here. You guys can actually go in there. You can grab the ebook for free for sitting on this with me today, and also let you guys look at the video and stuff like that. You can download it and totally check it out. So bear with me to the end here, and I'm going to drop these links and you guys can check it out. So but you can see, so we have 2 different links right here, right? We have our ebook only and our ebook and video. So I'm going to go back one step right here to the welcome. Okay, so the sending welcome message, this will send a default email, which basically will say, hey, thanks so much for signing up. We don't have any ability to change it yet. There's no custom email. But basically it says, thanks for signing up. Here's your username, here's your password, here's the link, right? It kind of gives them the information of hey, after they've already created their account, it'll go ahead and send them an email out and say, here's your email that you just set up to get access to the member area. Here's your password, and here's a link for a reminder, right? It just go ahead and just send that out. You can opt not to send it out, or you can send a custom email one. This is coming soon, but for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and have them send the default email out. Now, depending on which link they choose here, they're going to get a different email with a different link, right? So just kind of know that. So again, so we have these links now. So now we want to copy these links into our spreadsheet. So here's the membership site for the URL, the membership site URL for the, I should actually spell this a little bit better here. Membership site for the URL for the PDF only is going to be that one, right? And the membership site for the PDF and the video is going to be this one. Oops. For PDF and video. All right, so that all making sense so far. Are we good? Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we have these membership sites now. What do we do with them? This is what we're actually going to deliver to people when they actually purchase, right? They're going to actually purchase just the ebook, and we're going to say, awesome, thanks so much for purchasing the ebook. Go to this link to go ahead and get it, right? So there's two ways we're going to actually deliver this. So first thing we're going to do is we know on our thank you page, right, for just the PDF, we're going to go ahead and give them this link. So we're going to go back into Groove pages here. Let this come back. All right, so we're going to go into our thank you page. And again, this is just for our PDF. So you can say, you can grab the Groove print here, and I'm just going to jam a button on here. Where is my button? Button right here. Oh, this is awesome. You know what we're going to do? I'm just trying to see if I could move something around real quick. This is not going to let me do this the way I wanted to do this, I don't think. There we go. Okay, I want the button in that container, that was all. In the container, I'm going to just make this centered right here. And my button, I'm going to go ahead and make this pink. And I basically want this to say grab to get access. ACC access here. All right, and then for the link, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give this link right here on the URL. Excuse me. We're going to go ahead and link the URL, and what URL we're going to link. We're going to go ahead and link it to that one. Okay. That's awesome. My button is not the right size. Let me change the button. Actually, there we go. All right, cool. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and leave that here. We're going to go ahead and save that and publish it. And then what we're going to do is for our thank you page for the PDF and the video, right? We're going to go ahead and grab this one. We'll come to the thank you page here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add a container. I'm going to go ahead and put a button on that container. All right, for that container, I'm actually going to make that centered, and then the button, we're going to make this pink. Actually, I'm going to make that one blue. And we're going to say get access to your video training here. All right, and the URL we're going to use is this whole URL right here. Again, because this is the one for the membership site for the PDF and video. All right, we'll go ahead and update that. All right. So that kind of wraps everything up there. This kind of now, when they go to the thank you page, they'll go ahead and get access to those two things. And the other thing that we're going to do is, like I said, I have Active Campaign as my email delivery for this particular one. So what I'm going to do is I have a list for the GroovePrint PDF and video delivery, and what happens is anytime somebody gets on that list, an automation kicks off, and this email right here goes out. So I'm going to go ahead and modify this email. Right, and again, this is the link for that. And obviously I would put in here a little bit nicer. But you can access your trainings by clicking that link there. I'm going to hit save and next, or save and exit here. I know we're kind of going a little fast. We're working up on an hour already, and I don't really like going that much longer. So, but you guys are still hanging in there with me. We will go ahead and keep cranking through. We're just about done. The GroovePrint PDF delivery, we're going to go here and modify this one. We're going to go ahead and give it this email, or that link right here. All right, so that link right here will give them access to that. All right, so what I'm actually going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and make this whole thing live, but I'm going to put it in test mode for you guys to let you guys actually go through and check this thing out. I'm going to take out my PayPal. I'm going to take out the Stripe. I'm going to put this in Stripe test. I'm going to go ahead and save that. GroovePrint video. I'm going to go into gateways here. I'm going to remove that. The credit card, I'm going to put a Stripe test in here. Save that. All right. So what we should be able to do now is we should be able to go through this whole thing and actually get to our pages and get to our right thank you pages and make sure everything works right here. So I'm going to go ahead and publish this page right here. Okay. I am going to just make sure that this is working with the link there. Yep. Okay. I'm going to publish this thank you page. And we're going to make sure this works. All right, cool. And then on our main page right here, I know that we're good here, but we are going to go ahead and publish this. Okay. So if we go to thegrooveprint.com, and you guys can actually go along and do this with me if you want. Go ahead and put your information in there, whatever email you want. Again, this email isn't verified or anything, so you can kind of put in whatever it is that you want in here. You can go ahead and take the order bump, and like I said, so the card number we're going to use, because this is test mode, is 4242. Just basically keep typing 42s all around. Expiration date, you can put in whatever you want. CSV, you put in whatever you want. And the zip code, you can put in whatever you want. We're going to go ahead and take the order bump, and we're going to go ahead and do complete purchase. And there we go. So we're going to go ahead and click on Get Access here. And this is going to come into our GrooveMember, and this is where we put our information here. So I'm just going to put in this. And go ahead and put a password in there, confirm the password. All right, and once I register, what'll actually happen here is it'll come into GroovePrint now, or into our GroovePrint membership area. Okay, so you can see, right, this is actually good. So I have access to my download to my actual GroovePrint ebook, right? So I can go ahead and grab that. All right, there's my ebook. You can see I don't have access to my video right here, right? These things here are locked out, and the reason why is because when I logged in, right, I went from this thank you page. This thank you page only gives us access to the GroovePrint, which you can see right in here. That's all I have access to. I do need to go back, like I said, and see why the right thank you page isn't showing now. But if the right thank you page would have shown, we would have been brought to this link. And what I will do is I will go ahead and do this right here. And actually, no, let me log out of here. I'm going to go ahead and click on that other link, and this one here I'm going to put to this email. My name will be Rob. And what you'll see is on here, I now have access to everything, right? Here's my ebook. I can download my ebook. I can watch my training in here. I don't have my Vimeo set up yet to go to GrooveMember. But once that is, that's what this will actually show here. Because Vimeo is an option here. I have all my Vimeo stuff locked down where I can't embed it anywhere. I have to actually give it direct permission. So I just need to go in there and give it permission. Once I do that, we'll be able to see the actual video in here. I can probably do that. No, actually, I'll do that later. And then here are the comments before that section where we added comments. You can go ahead and add whatever comments you want there. All right. And everybody will be able to see these. So it just kind of shows what you show. Here's the video. You can actually download the video, and then you can actually download the MP3. So, and then once you're actually in here, the other thing is once you're in the GrooveMember, you can actually see who's all in your, here's the GrooveMember area. So you actually can see who's on there. Oh, it's like Rich already got in there. Excellent. All right, so this is kind of one of the things here is I can come in here, I can see what level everybody is, and then I can actually change access level. So for Rich, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to go ahead and give you the ebook and video. So if you log out and log back in, you should be able to get your ebook. You'll actually have everything for the ebook and video. And I'm not sure why that just happened. So, so that's basically how you use GrooveMember. I know it's a little bit convoluted. It's a little bit, it's a little complicated, right? This little spreadsheet, man, will save your life. It will give you all the information you need. It's almost there. The way you set everything up is there. It's workable. But it's definitely not optimized by any stretch. I know that there are updates coming, which is good, and I know the updates will definitely help with things. So I am looking forward to them right now. I feel comfortable enough right now where we're actually going to launch this using the GrooveMember area. As the updates and stuff come, I'm going to go ahead and update things as needed. But for the most part, we'll be able to use this just as is, and I'm just going to kind of go with fingers crossed. I said this to somebody talking to them the other day. I like to be a product of the product, right? So I'm going to go ahead and use this and show people that it does work. It's not 100% yet, of course, because it is still in beta. So just kind of realize that. But I like to be a product of the product, so I'll always use this as much as I can. So that's all for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it kind of clarified a couple things for you, and once when these kind of bugs get worked out, I'll go ahead and do another update, and I'll show you guys a couple more things. All right, well, I hope you found this video helpful. If you ran into any snags or issues, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you want to see even more videos that can help you, make sure you check out our playlist for other Groove walkthroughs and tutorials. And remember, if you haven't joined our awesome Facebook group, Groove Nation, what are you waiting for? There's a link in the description below. Well, that's all for now. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.